Have you ever heard an agent say, I don't know what to post on social media? Maybe you even said it yourself. I don't have any content. I don't know what to talk about. I run out of ideas. Today, I want to challenge that way of thinking because the truth is, if you're a real estate professional, there's no shortage of content. The problem usually isn't content, the problem is perspective. You see, when you became a real estate agent, you just didn't become a salesperson, you became a business owner. And as a business owner, you wear multiple hats. You're the CEO, you're the CFO, you're the COO, you're the customer service department, you're the transaction coordinator, you're the human resource department. And whether you like it or not, you're also the chief marketing officer. Now, some of you may have hired a marketing company, some of you have a virtual assistant, you may have someone helping you with social media, and that's perfectly fine. But today's message is for those agents who are responsible for creating their own marketing and who constantly say they don't know what to post. Let's talk about it because I don't believe you have a content problem. I believe you have a creativity problem. And creativity isn't just something you're born with, it's something you develop. As chief marketing officer of your business, you must train yourself to think differently. You have to start looking at everyday situations and asking yourself one simple question: could this become content? Because the answer is usually yes. Every question a client asks becomes content. Every mistake you see buyers make become content. Every mistake you see sellers make can become content. Every challenge in a transaction can become content. Every market update can become content. Every success story can become content. Every lesson you learn can become content. Content is usually all around you. The problem is that most agents are looking for inspiration instead of creating a system. Think about it. If someone asks you to explain the home buying process, could you do it? Of course you could. You've probably done it 100 times. Well, guess what? Each step of that process is a separate piece of content. Step one, getting approved. That's a video. Step two, selecting an agent. That's a video. Step three, understanding your budget. That's a video. Step four, touring homes. That's a video. Step five, making an offer. That's a video. Step six, negotiating. That's a video. Step seven, home inspections. That's a video. Step eight, appraisals. That's a video. Step nine, final walkthrough. That's a video. Step 10, closing day. That's a video. We just created 10 pieces of content in less than 1 minute, and we haven't even touched the sellers yet. So let's look at the sellers. Preparing a home for sale, pricing strategy, professional photography, staging, open houses, multiple offers, inspection negotiation, appraisal challenges, moving preparation, closing day. There's another 10 pieces of content. Now we're up to 20, and we're still just scratching the surface. What about the neighborhood content? Local restaurants, parks, schools, community events, shopping centers, market trends in specific towns. Again, more content. And here's another thing: everything doesn't need to be a video. I think social media has convinced people that every piece of content needs to be some elaborate production. That's simply not true. A single image can be content. A quote graphic can be content. A carousel can be content. A poll can be content. A marketing statistic can be content. A story can be content. A picture of a sold property can be content. A behind the scenes photo can be content. Content comes in many different forms. Some of you are overcomplicating the process. You're waiting for the perfect video, the perfect lighting, the perfect camera, the perfect microphone, the perfect editing software. Meanwhile, somebody else is posting consistently and building an audience. Progress beats perfection every single time. Now, let's talk about another mistake I see agents make. Many agents believe they need to be entertaining all the time. You don't. You need to be helpful. You don't have to dance. You don't have to point at floating words. You don't have to follow every single trend. You don't have to go viral. You need to provide value. Think about the questions people ask you every week. How much money do I need to buy a home? Should I wait for interest rates to drop? How long does it take to buy a house? How do I prepare a house for sale? Should I renovate before listing? How much is my home worth? Every one of those questions is content. In fact, one of the easiest content strategies is simply asking questions. Here's what I want you to do. Create a list of the 50 most common questions buyers and sellers ask. Then answer each one each day. That's your content calendar. Another source of content is your own experiences. One of the reasons I create content consistently is because I pay attention. When I attend meetings, I listen. When I coach agents, I listen. When clients ask questions, I listen. When challenges arise, I listen. Sometimes a conversation becomes a video. Sometimes a question becomes a video. Sometimes frustration becomes a video. Sometimes a success becomes a video. The content is already there. You just have to recognize it. And let me tell you something else. Not every piece of content is going to perform well. That's okay. As marketers, we have to accept that. Some posts will get a lot of engagement, some won't. Some videos will take off, some won't. Some ideas will resonate, some won't. That's part of the process. You cannot allow fear of low engagement to stop you from creating. If you're waiting for every piece of content to be a home run, you're going to be disappointed. Marketing is testing. Marketing is learning. Marketing is adjusting. Marketing is consistency. The agents who win are usually not the most talented marketers. They're the most consistent marketers. And eventually, the marketplace begins to recognize them. People start associating them with real estate. People start trusting them. People start reaching out to them. Not because of one video, because of hundreds of videos, hundreds of posts, hundreds of moments of visibility. Remember this, people can't hire you if they don't know you exist, and they can't remember you if they never see you. That's why marketing matters. That's why content matters. And that's why you, as the chief marketing officer of your business, must embrace the responsibility of creating content. Stop saying you don't know what to post. Start paying attention. Start listening. Start documenting. Start educating and start sharing. The content is already around you. You simply need to develop the habit of recognizing it. And if you're serious about growing your business, remember this, marketing is not something you do when business is slow. Marketing is something you do all the time because consistency creates visibility, visibility creates opportunity, and opportunity creates income. Thank you for watching. If you found value in this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share it with another real estate professional who needs to hear this message. And if you're looking for professional development, accountability, systems, structure, and coaching designed specifically for agents who want to grow their business, check out Sellers Academy. Until next time, remember, information without implementation changes nothing. Take action, and I'll see you in the next video.